And in fact, if I was even going to take it global, because I like the idea that not everything's just about Ayurveda in India, if you looked at it globally, there's one thing that every traditional medicine has in common. Like we're always like this modality or this one or this culture's theory or this culture's theory. You don't need to pick one. You just need to figure out the communication of the country and where did they go with the premise of the elements. Every traditional medicine has one thing in common, and that's that they said, Mother Earth, we tick just like that. Let's figure ourselves out elementally. And they also saw that nothing exists without the elements, and so we can't exist either. So we are of the elements, you know. So ether, air, fire, water, earth. Some cultures say hot, cold, wet, dry, like shamanism. Native Americans say northeast, southwest. They do the directions. In the eclectics in Europe, they do a lot of winter, spring, summer, fall, like call it by its season. And Tibetan is wind, bio, phlegm. Chinese medicine is metal. Let's see, it's air, wind, metal, wood, fire, damp. And Ayurveda is Vata, Pitta, Kapha, which is change, focus, nourish. That's what those words mean. Vata means change, which is in your book. Pitta means focus. Kapha means nourish. If you could change, focus, and nourish as needed, when it was needed, by witnessing, do I need more change or less change? Do I need, more focus, less focus? Do I need more nourish or give nourish? If we could answer those questions and do the one that seems right, you're basically doing the balancing act of the elements. Changing, focusing, and nourishing as needed. But again, don't get too fixed like you're going to figure this out and do it perfect and then forevermore you'll be better. Because, we're humans. And the word perfect does not exist in Ayurveda. You can't find it in any of the Chakra Samhitas, the Ashtanga Hridayams, the Sushruts, those are all the main encyclopedias. Nowhere. The word perfect is not there. And I love that. Because we're not even born perfect. So how are we supposed to try to attain perfect? You know what I mean? Everything's just, again, ebb and flow. Can you figure out where you're at, call it out, which is my job tonight, to teach you symptoms. How do you call it out? And then do the opposite. So I think thinking hot, cold, wet, dry, that rolls off the tongue, but the actual order is cold, dry, hot, wet, because it's ether, air, fire, water, earth. So ether is empty space. If I had all this furniture and everything was out of this room, it would be colder in here. The more empty space, the colder the space. The more matter you put into a room, the more it'll absorb heat and it'll change and it won't be so cold. The first element is space, ether. Nothing happens without empty space. Each element affects each other. They don't stand alone at all.